Alright guys, so we are back with the final episode of The Last of Us for Newbies. In the last episode, we finally made it to the hospital, to the Fireflies, to bring Ellie, just like we said we would, so they could, hopefully make a vaccine. We found out that they can, indeed, make a vaccine. But in order to do that, Ellie will have to die. So to say we're having a bit of a moral dilemma would be a huge understatement. I mean, all of humanity and future humanity, or one person. But that one person is something or someone that we have grown so accustomed to. I dare to say that we've grown to love her like our own daughter. And since we've already experienced loss of our own daughter, it doesn't seem fair. So let's just continue. We'll see what happens here. Very, very dramatic ending here. So they're not letting us see Ellie. She's being prepped for the surgery. And they're trying to march us out of here.
Move. I said move. Give me an excuse.
Keep your damn hands off of me.
Which way?
There's my backpack. My backpack.
The fuck you doing? Keep walking.
I need my backpack.
Keep walking. Where's the operating room? I ain't got time for this.
Oh! How about some castration?
Where? Top floor, the far end.
Wow. Gunshots rang out like a bell. I grabbed my 9, all I heard was shells. Not exactly sure how they didn't hear me. Oh, wow. This game, man. I swear it doesn't matter how many damn times I play it. It hits you right in the feelies. You know what I mean? Are we really full on all that shit? I don't know if they're coming after me or not. Ooh.
Spread out!
These motherfuckers got automatics. Shit. This could have went down so much easier, guys. Yeah, keep running, hero. How the hell are we stuck here? I mean, what would you guys do? How would you guys handle this situation? I mean, really, you stop and think about it, it's just, it's extremely fucked, you know? I mean, the amount of loss that he's already had to go through, and now this, would you blame him for being so, you know, so against this? I mean, I definitely put it like this: if it was all of humanity, or one of my daughters, even, like, even knowing that it's 1 against a million, I don't think I can make that sacrifice. I really don't. I do not think that I could say, yes, please, you know, take my daughter, just make the vaccine so that everyone else can. I don't know that I can do that. I mean, you might have to kill me in order to get that done. Not yet. I mean, that would probably be the right thing, the quote-unquote right thing for you to do, you know? If I'm at the hospital and you say you're about to take and destroy my child so that, you know, all of humanity can live on, it might be a situation where you might just have to kill me too. And I would not fault you for it in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Because in my heart of hearts, I know that that's probably, not probably, definitely, right? Definitely the right answer. But does that mean I would be any more capable of allowing it to happen? No, not at all. All right. And like I said, that may, you know, people might look at that and say, "Oh, how could you be that selfish?" But that's just, if you could look at me and say, "How could you be that selfish?" then I could look at with the same respect, with the same set of eyes, and say, you know, how could you be so coarse? This is, whether you like it or not, this is a human life that we're talking about destroying. And yes, we may be saving countless other human lives by doing it. but it's a life nonetheless. So I just don't know.
Shit, what was that? It's over there.
Oh shit. I'm sure they're coming. Are you coming, dude? I don't think he's coming. He's just shining his fucking flashlight everywhere. Ooh. Ooh, shit. He's fixing to come through here. I'll just put it like this, like I'm so glad it's not me that has to make that call. Shit. Jesus. Holy fuck, those guys are locking my ass up. Okay. Let's try all that shit again. Alright. Ooh, you are lucky, punk. That was fun. I think there's only one of them left. Two. It appears. You know what? I'm gonna go collect my arrows real quick. Oh shit. That's it, 2 arrows. Yeah, I'm not even doing that yet. Shit. Alright, you guys are flat out fucking pussies, man.
He's over here. You're gonna pay for that.
Nah, I really don't think that I will. Alright, I need a long range gun here to use on your ass. That's all. Give me back my arrow. Didn't use any of my flamethrower fuel, so I don't need that shit. What was that? Oh, the flamethrower fuel that I was talking about. More flamethrower fuel. Oh, hell. I would really like more arrows, to be quite honest. Don't look like we're getting them, though. Alright, you guys ready for the conclusion here? I mean, is there a good conclusion to this? You save Ellie, kill the rest of humanity, or you fail, Ellie dies, the rest of humanity lives. So what's the best outcome here in this situation? It's very definitely left up to each individual. I'll put it like that. You know, your best outcome may be someone else's worst nightmare or failure. I believe that's it. I just want to run down here just real quick. I know, looting.
Jesus. What are you doing? I won't let you take her. Don't come any closer. I mean it.
So what do? You guys tell me. Do I let this guy kill me? Do I turn around and just say fuck it, turn off the game right now, let her die so that humanity can live again? Or do I finish this game, waste this asshole, get Ellie back?
No!
Yeah.
You fucking animal!
Kelly, shut the hell up. Come on, baby girl. I got you.
Don't get in my way, it won't happen. I mean, technically, I could have stopped right there, turned off the game, and said fuck it, right? I had that option. Granted, it would not have been technically finishing the game, but it would have been an ending.
I got you.
May have not have been the ending that you wanted,
Tell me which way.
but it would have been an ending.
We're okay. We're okay. I said get back! Stop!
But, I mean, the whole fact that there's a Last of Us Part 2 now pretty much tells you that you can't just turn it off and say to hell with it. Unless you just want to imagine there is no Part 2 and that you did the right thing. Or what some people would consider the right thing.
You can't save her. Even if you get her out of here, then what? How long before she's torn to pieces by a pack of clickers?
I'm not gonna let that happen.
Raped and murdered first.
It ain't for you to decide.
It's what she wants. You know it. Look. You can still do the right thing here. She won't feel anything.
And that's true too. I mean, it's not just my decision. It should have been Ellie's. And I think we all know that Ellie probably would have said yes, you know, let's do this, and sacrificed herself for mankind. But we robbed her of that decision. We took matters into our own hands. We robbed her of that decision.
What the hell am I wearing?
Just take it easy. Drugs are still wearing off.
What happened?
We found the fireflies. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you, Ellie. People that are immune. There's dozens, actually. Ain't done a damn bit of good, neither. They've stopped looking for a cure.
So then we just take it upon ourselves to lie to her.
Sorry.
Flashback to what really happened. We shot Marlene.
Wait! Let me go. Please.
You just come after her.
Oh. Oh, the moral the moral conundrum that is this game's ending. That's one of, I mean, aside from the amazing gameplay, the awesome graphics, the absolutely beautiful original music, the character development with their pasts
Straight shot through here.
being just so well written.
Yeah.
Now we're playing as Ellie. Everything about this game from top to bottom is absolutely top notch.
Going through.
Got it.
And if all that stuff wasn't enough for you, then you have the
I don't think I ever told you, but Sarah and I used to take hikes like this.
absolutely
I think the two of you would have been good friends. I think you really would have liked her. I know she'd have liked you.
I bet I would have.
the absolute amazing moral conundrum that is the ending of this game. I always have complaints about video games. Like there's video game logic sometimes, and even in this game, video game logic sometimes doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But there's normally something I can point to and say, you know, this could have been done better. The character actors, the character writing, the things that they say, the cheesy lines from time to time, like some of the ones, in my opinion, in like the Resident Evil series, the remakes that are coming out now. With this game here, it's like everything about it was done top notch. So we're back at Tommy's to live the rest of our life.
Here, I got you. In your hand. All right, come on.
Hey, wait. Back in Boston, back when I was bitten, I wasn't alone. My best friend was there. She got bit too. He didn't know what to do. So she says, let's just wait it out. You know, we can be all poetic and just lose our minds together. I'm still waiting for my turn.
Ellie.
Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
None of that is on you.
You don't understand.
I struggled for a long time with surviving. And no matter what, you keep finding something to fight for. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything that you've said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay?
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the best game ever made, in my own personal opinion. Again, I have zero complaints about this game. The character actors, you can look them up. You know, they're absolutely amazing. There was nothing cheesy about any of it at all. The character development, as far as each one of them's background, I mean, maybe we could have gotten a little bit more of a background story from characters like Tess and the Firefly lady. I can't even remember her name now, but maybe, but it really wasn't necessary. It wasn't needed. The main characters, they set them up perfectly. The gameplay itself is amazing. The fact that you have the ability, not just the ability, but the option, if you'd rather go through this like a freaking ninja and stealth kill damn near everything you come across, you can do that. If you would rather go through here guns a-blazing, just popping heads, they give you enough ammunition to where you can do that as well. I mean, if you really take the time to search and find all the ammunition and craftables and things like that, there's no doubt in my mind there's plenty enough ammunition for that kind of thing. So they really cater to everyone's gameplay, how they play, you know, their characteristics. And as far as the storyline was concerned, just absolutely amazing. Just the ending, of course, is really what does it for most people. It's quite an ending, and it goes to show that there's not always just a happy, clear ending. You know, from a point A to a point B. It's not always that simple. You don't always kill the villain and walk away at the end. It doesn't always happen in real life, and no matter how bad you want it to. But at the same time, it's not a sad ending either, really. You know, it's not something you can say, oh, well, not even really a cliffhanger so much. I mean, if they would have stopped with this game and not ever made a second one, this would have been a wonderful standalone game. And, you know, there's really nothing about the way they end it that leads you to believe that they would make a second one. They just pretty much did it for the fans, I'm sure. So, and based on whatever your own personal preference is, you can say that was a great ending. That was a good ending. That was the best outcome, you know. Or you might think like I do. I have a lot of thoughts that wasn't the right thing to do. However, I totally understand where he's coming from as a even if he wasn't her father, as a father figure, I totally understand where he was coming from. I feel I feel that, and I definitely understand it, and I think I would have done the exact same thing. Does that make it, quote unquote, right? No, absolutely not. The only thing that I think makes me feel bad about the whole situation is the fact that we robbed Ellie of that decision. It ultimately should have been her decision. But we all know where she would have taken it, what she would have done, what she would have said. I mean, she sacrificed so much, and just like she said there at the end, everyone around her died, and she was kind of waiting on her last hurrah and for her life to have some sort of purpose and meaning. And so that would have been very poetic and considered a beautiful ending for Ellie to sacrifice herself in that way. And ultimately, it probably should have been her decision. There's no probably about it. It should have been her decision. But like I said, I don't feel bad about any of it because I know exactly where he was coming from. I probably would have done the exact same thing. The only thing that makes me feel bad about it is the fact that we robbed Ellie of that choice. We did not give her the opportunity to say yes or no. We said, the hell with it. This is what we're doing, regardless. And then when she asked about it, we had to lie. So I am very, very, very curious to see where they take this in part 2. Does she find out the truth? And I would say there's a very, very real possibility of that, and a very good possibility of that, because I think that would probably be a big part of the second storyline. In finding out the truth, how does that change her relationship to Joel? How does that change how she feels towards him? Does she, okay, I understand why you did it, and all is forgiven? Or is she absolutely furious that he robbed her of that decision? And it's just, and that's the one thing I've seen a lot of the gameplay from the second one. There's a lot of trailers, there's a lot of leaks online. You can look them up right now on YouTube. There is a lot of, a lot of the gameplay online. That looks amazing. So there's no doubt in my mind that as far as the gameplay is concerned, it's going to be top notch. Will the second storyline be as top notch? The character actors, will all that be as top notch as the first one? And how will it play out? That's the biggest question, is how is everything going to play out? So we will definitely just have to wait and see, guys. We're going to wait until the end of these credits and see. I think there's something at the end of these credits. But yeah, I'm so glad you guys were able to take this journey with me. Absolutely. Just, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this game. Let me know if you think that it was the right decision, or what you would have done if you would have been in that. Because I can tell you right now, as a father figure, I would have done exactly what Joel did. However, as a person, if I was in Ellie's position, I would have gladly given myself up to save mankind. So both can be looked at and understood from different points of view. Well, that's it, I guess. But yeah, if given the opportunity, there's no way, if they would have came to me and said, look, you're the only one who's immune, and in order for us to make that vaccine, we've got to do this, then hey, I would have raised my hand and said, okay, let's make it happen. But as a father, I would have done exactly what he did. So All I know is come June 19th, we will be very, very shortly after that, probably June 19th. I don't know, it depends on how long it takes it to download to my PlayStation, but as quickly as humanly possible, the second one will be purchased and we will start a gameplay. I might even do some of the episodes live on stream by then. Hopefully, maybe I'll have a camera set up, so we'll just have to see how things go. But one way or another, camera or no camera, doesn't really matter what else is going on in the world, unless we're living in an apocalypse like this, then I will be playing this game very shortly after. So all right, well, we're moving on from one horror game to the next, and we're going to try to squeeze in a few more before that June 19th deadline comes out. So at this point, I need to go back and play Resident Evil 2 as a walkthrough with Claire. We have Outlast that I would love to play for you guys. We have Outlast 2. We have several. They're Until Dawn. We still have we've got several games. So anyway, just yeah, please like, subscribe, ring that bell. Again, share this channel with any like-minded people you may know who might enjoy it, so that we can grow our little family here. Thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out for the next, whatever game it may be for newbies that we start. And yeah, you guys take care of yourselves and each other.